All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Crypto Papa, the CEO of BNG. Now, we shall be talking about the 5 laws of financial freedom. And it's going to be a series, okay? Now, today we'll talk or identify the 5 laws of financial freedom, because it is very important that you know these 5 laws so that you will not mistake what you are doing, probably known as gamble, thinking you're going to succeed or get financial freedom through what you are doing, talking about jumping from one to another, from pillar to post and the rest. Now, we know that everything in life is being controlled by or regulated by laws or principles. Okay, the universe is being controlled or governed by some principles or some laws. So if you don't identify these laws, if you don't work in accordance to these laws, then you might just be heading nowhere. So you got to understand some of these things that we are discussing. And please take notes. This is a financial masterclass, teaching you how to be financially literate, to identify opportunities, especially in this time that we are in, knowing fully well that if you fail to do the needful, then it means you are not ready to move, or you are not ready to take or get to the next step in life. So diving into the laws of financial freedom, I gave us 5, okay, or I will be giving us 5. And number one law of financial freedom is to identify a system. I come again, to identify a system. Now you must understand what we mean by identify a system. You can simply put know what to do. In other words, get to know a problem, because system works with problems. Now don't forget, we said number 1, identify a system, not systems. Take notes, okay, because I will be speaking vividly, okay? Identify a system. You can write it down, because we're not going to talk on this, we'll not elaborate on it. Tomorrow, we will elaborate on how to identify a system and how to seize it, okay? The number 2 law of financial freedom, after you have identified a system, the number 2 law says, get a mentor. Don't forget, when you talk about system, we talk about mentor. Let's just throw more light before we deliberate on identify a system tomorrow. If you look around, you will see even in the creation, there is a system on ground. Okay? Now, in our society today, when you say a system, you should be talking about opportunity. And I don't know how people see it, but I must confess to you that any opportunity you see is a problem. Okay? Now, looking at a system or seeing a solution, an opportunity, which is also known as a problem. Don't forget, until you solve problems, your problems cannot be solved. So, how to identify this system, how to identify this opportunity, how to identify this problem. Take note, how to identify this problem. Now, we shall discuss that, but after you identified a problem, an opportunity, or a system, what do you need to do? Get a mentor in that area. There is nothing new under this earth. No matter the problem you want to solve, there are people who are already there or ahead of you solving similar problems. So you need a mentor. Now, who is a mentor? Although I'm not going to go deep because it's so wide, and we'll be discussing it in a different section, okay? But you will understand that a mentor is someone that will guide you. A mentor is someone who has seen it all in the field that you want to go into. A mentor is someone that has done so many errors in that same field that you want to go into. So if you identify an opportunity or you identify a system, talking about the 5 laws, it says, number 1, you have to identify a system, not systems. Take notes. Then number 2, you have to get a mentor. That's the second step you need to follow. Now, how do you get a mentor? 1, okay, let us not go into that field because, like I said, if we go, we might not even get into knowing the 5 laws of financial freedom. So, after you have gotten you've identified, number 2 is to get a mentor. Then the third one is to master the system. The third one is to master the system. Now, what do we mean by mastering a system? Is to know what the system, what the opportunity is all about. Is to know what the problem is all about. For instance, let's take Nigeria as a case study. We know that there's an opportunity or opportunities in Nigeria. Now, if you look around, you will see, looking at our oil that we depend on as a nation, we know that currently oil is no more the thing that Nigeria is depending on now, or it shouldn't be, or it will never be, or it will not be anymore what Nigeria will be depending on. So it's a problem. That's the system, and also an opportunity. We shall come to that by the time we want to elaborate on identify a system tomorrow. So if you see a system, then master it. Know what it is. Know how to go about it. In other words, what is the real cause, or how to achieve it, or how to master it. We're talking about mastering the system that you identified. The number 4 is to run with the system. After you have seen, okay, this is an opportunity, this is a system, or this is a problem, and you have a mentor to guide you while you master it, the next thing is to take action. That's to act. And we know ACT means action changes a thing. So you need to act in that direction. You need to run with the system. Then the number 5, Through the system, diversify. In other words, through the system, get subsystems. So you see where other systems will come into place. Through the system, diversify. Through the system, get other subsystems. And this will take us, like I said, it's a series, and we'll be taking them one after the other so that you will understand and see how you can position, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very, very happy to, bring this to us, because this has been what I've been, following, and it has been giving me results. Let me give you a general example with what we are doing. Now let's look at CMDX, or let's look at blockchain technology and cryptocurrency. Blockchain technology and cryptocurrency is a system. We are looking at just blockchain technology now. We have other systems that you can actually identify, and we'll be discussing how you can identify a system and what is system, as the case may be, tomorrow. But now look at it from this way. We are looking at blockchain technology and cryptocurrency as a system. We have entered a new phase now. So listen very carefully. You've written them down. Number 1, identify a system. Number 2, get a mentor. Number 3, master the system. Number 4, run with the system. Then number 5, through the system, diversify. In other words, have some systems, get other portfolios through that one system, which is the father or the head. Now, looking at blockchain technology and cryptocurrency, we know it's a system. Talking about blockchain technology and cryptocurrency, it's a system. Now, when you look at blockchain technology and cryptocurrency, you see that it is an opportunity that can actually solve the problems of what Nigeria is facing, or the problems that Nigeria will face or facing already. Now, ranging from politics, ranging from money, ranging from our economics, you will discover that with blockchain technology, some of these problems can be solved. But you will not actually understand blockchain technology and cryptocurrency if you fail to master it. Now, if you fail to master it, there is no way that you can actually run with it. There is no way that you can actually, through blockchain technology, diversify your portfolios. So, some of you have actually seen blockchain technology and cryptocurrency as a system, as an opportunity, to problems facing the society today. So it is not left for you to get a mentor in this field called blockchain technology and cryptocurrency. It is not left for you to actually see how you can, through your mentor, master this space, master this industry. It is not left for you, after you have mastered the space or the industry, to either run with it or dump it. Now, we are using We are coming down now because blockchain technology is a very broad, or is a wide study, is a wide topic. So we are coming down now to, let's use CMDX for instance. Do you know, if you look at CMDX from a different angle from the way you are seeing it, you know, some of you see CMDX as an opportunity where you put your money, 20,000 or probably BNG, where you buy a coupon and you just do the activities. No. If you sit down and ask yourself a question, what is CMDX? How can I maximize the opportunity in CMDX or in BNG? Now you sit down and you begin to look at it very well, getting to know, probably you study. You will discover that CMDX, it is not just a cryptocurrency that you put money and you wait. At the end of the day, it will appreciate. Probably your 250,000 CMDX will get to $250,000 when it gets to $1 per one, and you are richer with probably over 100,000, 100 million naira. No. No, sir, no, ma'am. The opportunity you have is like the opportunity of people in the past, or communities that we are opportune to have, you know, oils found in their communities or in their land. So what happens if you see an oil, probably you discovered oil in your land? What do you do? If I'm to ask you, what do you do? Would you just sit down and probably wait for them to come and maybe buy it off, or wait when they appreciate, then you sell? No. So what is now the opportunity? How do you see CMDX? How do you see BNG? I want to throw more light. You know, yesterday I was talking with the CEO of CMDX, and there were some things we discussed. Now, if you look at CMDX critically, you will discover that what you have is like someone that has an oil well, or discovered an oil well in his plot of land. But some of you actually don't know that you have oil wells in your land. Hear this. I'm serious with what I'm saying now, ladies and gentlemen. Reason for this topic is for you to know that where you are in right now, the opportunity you have before you is an opportunity that you shouldn't joke with. It's an opportunity that you should give, if possible, your full attention to, you know, studying it vividly. Now, let me shock you. Let me tell you something. We're discussing generally now, before we go into the different laws that guide financial freedom. Now, if you look at what I'm discussing now, CMDX, the first thing that will come into your mind, you will see that CMDX is on a mission to solve the problems that we are facing, number one, in the health industry. Then number two, is set to solve the problem of, you know, unemployment. So how will CMDX solve the problem of health? Talking about you having CMDX in your accounts. You have paid your $50. You have your back office running. This is a system that says, hear this, you have registered. Take note of this now. You have registered. You have these accounts, you know, activated. Now, we are building something that from your home, from the comfort of your house, if you have any issues health-wise, you will need to log in and probably contact your Brittany or contact your doctor from the back office, and you will be attended to, number one. Then number two, this same company, CMDX, is saying that with your back office, you can actually get probably the drugs that you need if you are not feeling too well, or probably you go for checkup from your back office. You're not visiting the hospital. From your back office, you have people that will attend to you, doctors, pharmacies, and where you can even get the drugs. Now, this company is saying that from your back office, with just a device in your hand, a smart device in your hand, the problem of I don't have work, I am unemployed is solved. Why? Because as you exercise, as you sleep, as you run, as you jog, you get paid. So it simply means that we are going into a new realm or a new phase, or into something like the developed countries, where things work on their own accords. In other words, you are not bothered with how to feed or how to, a kind of looking up to the elites. And I was discussing with somebody, I think last week, we're talking about AI, artificial intelligence, and Internet of Things. And I was just telling them, I was just thinking randomly, and I said, what is happening? Fine, there might be that there is coronavirus, good and fine. But what is happening is like a tug of power, tussle. People are fighting, or nations are trying to know the nation that will take the lead, which is world power, having that control over every other nations. And taking it down to probably Nigeria, you will discover, or you will see, that where we are going, even the federal government cannot even take care of the states. So it's going to be per head. And by the time you need a favor, probably from the government, you have to see, just like I told us, a state saying that the local government chairman should, look out for people that want to go into agriculture, and let them have their names. They will sponsor them. In other words, give them loans. Now, what does that mean? It simply means that if the government is empowering you, you have no say over them. They can keep on ruling you. It means you are subjected to them. It means you are under their control. There is nothing you want to say, because by the time you think twice and you are like, if I say anything against this person, against this government, it means where my livelihood is coming from will be taken from me. That's what we call the elites. They want to be in control. But with CMDX, you have your device not being controlled by any nation, any government, just like we all know right from origin that money was never controlled by the government. We don't even know how we came to this point that we are subject to our elites. We don't know. But thanks be to God Almighty that has given us this insight, this revelation, probably through Satoshi Nakamoto, and we are taking back power. We are taking back power through this blockchain technology and cryptocurrency. Because with this blockchain technology and cryptocurrency, you have the power to do what you want to do. For instance, what you have in your back office is money. Now, as a community, you know that you can actually spend this money buying what you want to buy, probably getting medications or treatments, or let's say car, houses, landed properties. If I have a landed property and you don't have, and you have CMDX, I will accept CMDX from you and I will give you my landed property. I think last year, was it last year? Early this year, I put on sale one of my cars and I said, you can pay with CMDX. Yes, if you check my Facebook wall, you will see that I put for sale one of my cars. That CMDX is accepted, you can pay with CMDX. Now, what does it mean? It simply means that we are actually going into a different phase. I want you to get a picture of what we are saying. But if you don't identify something like this, if you don't see it as an opportunity or probably something that is here to solve the problem of devaluation. Now look at what we are saying. As at yesterday, somebody said he needed dollar. You hear me? He needed dollar. He wants my dollar, BTC, and he wants to give me Naira. I said, he was asking, what's the exchange rate? I said, what? The exchange rate I can give you is 440. Now, to him, he was pricing 390. Oh, he has priced a very big something, 390. Give me 390. I was just laughing. I said, come, you don't know what we are saying. In fact, if you fail to get it now at 440, you might not even see it again before the end of the day at that same 440. He thought I was joking. Before I slept, somebody contacted me again that he needed BTC. Now hear this, he needed BTC. I said, well, it is 450. He was like, oh, I need to buy from somewhere else. Your own is on the high side. I said, fine, congratulations. He went, he came back, he said, I have not bought. He started crying. I said, why? He said, the thing is just on the high side. Okay? I need to buy from you. I said, well, I'm sorry, it is no more 450, it is 455. Now that was yesterday. Now guess what? He bought at 455. I thought I would be able to get back some of the BTCs, so I added some money to, I was now I need more BTCs. Do you know I did not get? No one was ready to sell. This morning, I couldn't buy at 455. I couldn't buy at 455. Now, what am I trying to bring to you now? I'm trying to tell you what you should know, that what you think is still in operation in Nigeria, probably, let me use Nigeria as a case study, is no more in operation. Naira has lost its place, or its place. Before this week we run out, you will see probably a dollar hitting 500 Naira. A dollar, if not more than, with the rate we are going. So coming down to what we are discussing, blockchain technology is a system, and you have identified something unique in blockchain technology, and you have stayed put with CMDX and BNG. And I'm discussing CMDX now, and I'm telling you how you can maximize the potential, or the profit, or the opportunity in it. So if you know that you can actually have this money, what you have now, sometimes when I see people selling their CMDX at a cheap rate, I just mind. Why? Because it is lack of knowledge gap. The Bible says, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. And because they've rejected knowledge. Now, Bible did not say they rejected him. It said because they rejected knowledge, I have rejected them. Because when you reject knowledge, when you fail to know what you should know, you become a fool. And God cannot associate with fools. So he will cut off from you. And that is why so many of you are still where you are, because you fail to identify opportunity and get a mentor that will guide you into knowing what you should do. Now, some of you identify an opportunity, you fail to get a mentor, or probably some of you went to the extent of getting a mentor, then probably to some extent know what you should do, but you fail to do the right thing. And it simply means you didn't get the full knowledge, which is the mastering of that opportunity. So after you have seen opportunity, the next thing is to get a mentor, then following by mastering. Become a master of that thing. Even if you have been woken up from sleep, right there and then you'll be able to tell, or explain or give vivid answer concerning that thing that you are into. Mastering. And I may shock you, some of you listening to me, or probably that will watch this on my YouTube channel, some of you will miss out. It's not what is it called, a prophecy. It is the reality, because some of you will not follow the principles or the laws of financial freedom. So when you fail to follow the laws of financial freedom, then financial freedom is not for you. Because when you break, that will say, he that break the edge, the serpent will bite. So when you break the chain of the laws of financial freedom, then there is no way you will experience financial freedom. So I put to you, ladies and gentlemen, number one, CMDX is there for you through blockchain technology and cryptocurrency and every other cryptocurrencies. Now, I wouldn't want to go into every other cryptocurrencies. I wouldn't want to dive deep because I will be talking more on them. I told somebody, I think today, that you need to know what to do part-time. When we call for programs or probably sections like this, you need to be in attendance. Why? Because there you get more information. And I was like, are you aware that I have a special group called the Crypto Signals Group, where we'll give out signals to people and they are trading, making probably daily incomes or weekly incomes through blockchain technology? And he said, no. I said, yes, that's the reason. Now, if you fail to know what you are into and to know it well, to be the master of it, there is no way you can flow. There's no way you can flow. And let me tell you this, hear this very loud and clear. Please, if you know, and probably I want to go little into what we'll be discussing tomorrow. Must identifying a system needs you to inquire from your master, which is God. Now, identifying a system also demands your willingness, your readiness, your love for that particular thing. In other words, you will know within you that you have peace doing this. So if you have peace doing this, then stay put. Settle for it. Because if you don't have peace, if you are not settled, if you are not convinced at first, it means there is no way you can give full attention. Let me use myself as an example. What I'm doing now is community service. Free service, no payment. But I have never for once complained, or I have never gotten tired, because I enjoy doing it. Telling you what you should do because what I'm doing is working, telling you what you should do gives me joy. He that has ear, let him hear. So you need to master it. Very important. And we have told you the opportunities in CMDX. It is money, just like the Naira. And let me shock you, if you think you have Naira. Now imagine, I was telling my wife yesterday, I said on Saturday I bought Bitcoin worth $1,000, and I paid for 15,000 Naira. Bitcoin, $1,000, okay? On Saturday at the rate of 415. Now, yesterday Bitcoin rose from that 415 to 455 per dollar. In other words, $1 was now 415. I didn't trade the Bitcoin. Okay, let's assume I didn't trade it. I just put in 415,000 Naira in Bitcoin. Yeah, probably in dollar. $1,000. I bought it for 415,000 Naira. Now, guess what? As at yesterday, I did the calculation again because the exchange rate is now 455 as at yesterday. And as we speak now, I can tell you it is now 460 and 460 plus. So let's do the calculation with yesterday's calculation. At 455, it means my 415,000 is now 455,000. Extra 40,000 within 3 days, within 72 hours. Now, I didn't buy because I changed or I converted my Naira into dollar. I made 40,000 just for converting, converting from Naira to dollar. I made 40,000 Naira. Not trading. This to tell you where we are going. I must tell you the truth, and probably if you fail to take it, tomorrow you see it. Just like when the pastor will be preaching, telling you repent, Jesus is coming soon. You are not listening. A time will come when the trumpet will sound. You will understand what the pastor was saying in hell. I pray you will not fall victim, but you will come to understand what I am saying now in the next 2-3 months to come. Or probably by the end of this year, you will know what Crypto Papa is saying. So what we are saying, in essence, is one of the things that will give you financial freedom is blockchain technology and cryptocurrency. But you must identify it. We'll talk about blockchain technology and cryptocurrency. There are lots of cryptocurrencies. You must identify the ones that will liberate you. Then you must get to know it through a mentor. You must master it. Then you must run with it. If you fail to run with it, it's not for you. Then through it, you diversify. Now, looking at BNG, for instance, let's talk about BNG. Now, you see BNG as a system where you buy a coupon worth $5, probably Naira, 2,000 Naira. And of course, it's no more 2,000 Naira. So by the end of May, we'll be reviewing the exchange rate because at 2,000 is $400. And now a dollar is now 460. Okay, so it's now the Naira equivalent has increased. Okay, now let's just say 2,000. $5 is equivalent to 2. Now you can imagine what we are saying. When we started, $5, if you want to exchange it to Naira, it's about 1,800. And dollar, it is not because, now let me say this, it is not because when we talk about devaluation, the 100,000 in your hand is still the 100,000. Hear this. Nothing falls short of the 100,000. The 1 million in your bank account is still the 1 million. It won't be reduced. You will not see the bank manager or the bank saying, we want to take 100,000 from it. You will not say, oh, my Naira has devalued or my money has devalued. No. We won't talk about devaluation. For instance, you are receiving 100,000, yes, as your pay, as your salary at the end of the month. You were happy with 100,000 5 years ago, 10 years ago. Why? Because that 100,000 could take care of you throughout the whole month and enter the following month, and you still have some savings. Why? Because the bag of rice you were buying there, you actually buying it for probably 7,000 Naira. 7,000 Naira. But now, because of the devaluation, we'll talk about devaluation. It simply means that your 100,000, before you buy one bag of rice and 10 tomatoes, the money is finished. And that's the reason why some of you men that don't understand what devaluation means, you will think if you give your wife 10,000 Naira to the market, he comes back with just a hand or probably cellophane. You want to kill her thinking she has hidden some part, probably 5,000, 7,000, and she bought just little things with 3,000, saying he has finished the money. You will not fight your wife. No, she actually spent the 10,000, but she didn't even know what she spent it on. Why? Because things she was buying for maybe 5 Naira is now 50 Naira. And when you look at the valuation the same way or from a different angle, it simply means that the government is printing more money, more money. And the money they are printing, you don't even know how they are being distributed. More money are pumping into the system. Printing. And as they print, the more they print, the more they even go at a loss, because the papers they are getting, they are not getting it from Nigeria. They import them, they buy the import. So they are at a loss, a deficit. I don't know if my English is correct, but whichever, I'm not good at English, but try to understand what I'm saying. So you must understand this. So looking at BNG now, you might think BNG is just to buy the coupon, to register, and just be clicking yes, oh, okay, oh, gosh, and you are earning. No, it's far beyond that. And some of you, I saw you, you will not be able to wait any longer. You want to sell. It is because you don't understand the modus operandi, the way these things are being run. So you need knowledge. You need a mentor. You need to understand the platform and know where we are going. It's just like, I think I read concerning Apple, the people that built Apple. One of them sold his parts or his share. I think he was having either 2%. He was having 2%. And he sold the 2% because the 2% rose to about, I think, $800,000. As of then, I can't really remember. Now, he sold his portion. Today, because he didn't realize, he didn't know. Because when they were interviewing him, he made the statement, he said, it was so demanding. Today, bring this. Today, bring money. We need more money to do this. We need more money to pursue this. We need more money to do. So he couldn't bear anymore as a shareholder. He has to sell off and move on. He sold his portion for $800, I think. $800,000, $800, I think so. And today, if you check that his 2%, he would have been in money, in billions of dollars. But because of impatience, not mastering the system, not understanding the future of what he was doing then, he couldn't wait, he sold. I think what they did is review about or on the Apple phone or tab he was using. In fact, not even the near latest tab. Go Google and do your research. You'll know what I'm talking about. So you need to follow the laws of financial freedom. You need to identify. You need to get a mentor. You need to master the system. You need to run with the system. And through the system, get subsystems. We shall be discussing this one after the other in our different sections. So we have 5 days to discuss this one after the other. But I give us a concept now of what you should expect. Now, if you look at BNG, you'll see BNG has MVPs, problems they are here to solve. Talking about e-commerce, using the BNG token to purchase things from the e-commerce platform. In other words, as a member, you buy things at a very cheaper rate on the e-commerce platform using the BNG token. We're talking about the messaging app like Facebook or WhatsApp that we have the blockchain integrated in it, whereby you can send and at the same time receive payments. And at the same time, you can chat individuals, you can create a group, chat as a group, even update status, and what have you. We're talking about having the global fintech payment app, where a Nigerian can send money to a US citizen from the comfort of their house. Now, hear this, let me tell you, if you think it will not be possible, you are just living in a lie. If you think we are still where we were years ago, doing things in the analog way, you lied. I must confess to you the gospel truth. So now, what do you need to do? Is to position yourself while others are being, jumping from one to another. It is best you take position on these two opportunities, BNG and CMDX. Reason we are recommending these two for you to hold and run with is, one, it will liberate you financially within the shortest possible time if you master it and run with it. Because at this point, you are like a shareholder. If you don't know, that's where we are going. It's like you are a shareholder. By the time it starts speaking, you will not even be thinking of what to do to earn a living. You're already sitting on the solution to that question. So what do? You take from what you have. It's like taking from your vault. I believe you understood today's section. By tomorrow, I shall be discussing on how you can, identify this system, how you can identify systems. So reason for this is because not everybody will go into blockchain technology. Not everybody will go into cryptocurrency. Others might want to go into different fields. If you look at the football today, we have people that identify their system in the football industry. They identify it on time. They know that that is where they belong. So what they do, they seek for a mentor. They go after a coach, somebody that will guide them. They master the craft, Then they put more efforts practicing. And at the end, you see some of them from the football, the earnings they get and what have you, they diversify. Now, if you come back again, you will see there are people that saw their own system in the agricultural aspects, some in the comedy line, some in the singing line. Now, what do they need to do, or what did they do? They, those people you look up to now, those people you see as stars, those people you see as successful people, you see some of them in the banking line, owners of banks. Those are their lines, and they discovered that this is where I fit in. They followed. In other words, they got a mentor for themselves. They mastered the craft. They run with the system, put more effort, patiently work it out. And today you see them, so we shall be discussing them one after the other from tomorrow. And I believe your eyes will be opened. I am trying my best to make sure that you understand this on time and position. And the question you should ask yourself after now is, what do I really have as a solution to any of the problems I'm seeing around? As a graduate, you are, moving from one company to another with your certificate, your CVs. So the question you should ask yourself, what do I have inside of me to offer this company? So it is no more the certificate, it is the skill that you have. And you cannot get a skill without a guide, without identifying the area that you should fit in. It has yet let me. So it's no more business as usual. Okay, if I graduate, I'm going to get a job. And when I get a job, probably I'll be a secretary. You want to be writing. You want to be attending to people. No, it is no more business as usual. Gone are those days, you'll be a secretary in the office and you are just sitting, facing your laptop, waiting for instructions from your boss. Gone are those days. That's the reason why they don't need you anymore. So you need a system. Because you can't get financial freedom through what you are thinking. Pray God will open your eyes of understanding as we continue on this section. Now, quickly, by tomorrow, this same time, we shall be having which is 11 a.m. GMT. We shall be having a section like this. Okay, we shall be having a section